Welcome to Lesson 3, Operations with Rational Number Word Problems. This is going to cover TEK 7.3b. You should already have Lesson 1 and Lesson 2 done with an 80% or above. We're going to flip to our next available page. I think these ones, my operation word problems, are from pages 3 to 9. So I'm going to write that right here. So page numbers 3 to 9. And, oh wow, no, 3 to 9. That's right. Okay. I'm going to find my next available page, and I'm going to label it Rational Number Word Problems. We have another foldable, so we're going to go ahead and fold it on this line right here. I'll fold it in. Just let's make sure we don't, okay, good. We didn't cover the word problems. And then we'll fold this one in like that. So now we should be able to open it up. And I'm going to want to cut from this line to the fold. And let's go through it to kind of see which operation is going, which word problem goes with which operation. So here I have Carlos bought 4 yards of packaging tape. He used 1 3/5 yards of packaging for his father and 2 1/3 of packaging for his brother. How many yards of packaging tape did he use in all? So let's go ahead and write down some key words. So I see this word in all. In all. And in all is going to give us an indicator that we are combining things. When we combine things, we will need to add. So this would be our addition example. So on the front, put addition or sum. This will be our adding problems. Whenever we are adding, we are given the total. Sorry, we're looking for the total. My bad. So we are looking for the total. Some other words that mean an addition would be combine. When we're putting together. And if you find any more good adding word problems when you're going through practice, I would just add them into this window right here. So these are all going to help us know that we're adding. We already went through a lesson on how to add fractions. So we have 1 3/5 plus 2 1/3. 1/3 does not make an easy decimal, so let's go ahead and keep this in fraction form. We'll use TX, so 5 plus 3, we have 8/5. And TX again, we have 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 more is 7/3. And for this one, I'll go ahead and use butterfly because there's actually not a least common denominator, so you may as well bring up our addition. Now we need to multiply through the butterfly, so 3 times 8 is 24. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 3, we have 15. So 24 plus 35 all over 15. Now we're going to add these two numbers together. So 35 plus 24, and we get 59. Because we're dealing with quantity, nobody says he used 59/15 of yards of packaging tape. That's just weird. So we're going to make this into a mixed number. So we need to do top in, bottom out, and 15 goes into 59 5 times, I think. Let's see. No, 3 times, I think. Let's double check. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 more is 4. Yep, 3 times. We subtract, and our leftovers go on top of our divisor. So that wasn't very much space, was it? We have 14 over 15. And I forgot to mention, if you notice, Carlos bought 4 yards of packaging tape. That was actually extra information. So we didn't really need to do anything with that 4 yards. They wanted to know how many yards he used in all. So that is why we added these 2 parts right here. All right, let's go to the one right below. A factory makes 2 3/10 feet of rope per minute. How many feet of rope will the factory make in 7 minutes? I see a key word right here, per. I'm going to write that down, per. Per lets me know it's either going to be multiply or divide. It actually lives in both. But I need to decide, am I looking for a total or was I given a total? And if we are seeing how many feet of rope will the factory make in 7 minutes, if we know it makes 2 3/10 every minute, we're figuring out after 7 minutes. So 2 3/10, 2 3/10. We're going to have 7 of these 2 3/10. So we were not given the total. We're actually looking for a total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could repeat add, but that's just not very efficient. It's going to be a lot more efficient, instead of adding all of these 2 3/10 together, to multiply. So I'm going to go 2 3/10 times 7. I'm going to go ahead and put that 7 over 1, because I know for multiplying fractions we go straight across. Let's do TX on the first fraction. So we get 23 over 10 times 7 over 1. Now multiply straight across. And I need to go 23 times 7. We have 21, carry the 1. 14 plus 1 more is 15, so 151. And again, we're talking about a quantity, so we're not going to leave this as an improper fraction. If we're talking about a rate, we'd go ahead and keep it like that, but nobody says 151/10 of rope. So I'm going to go top in, bottom out, and we get 15 1/10. We've already done a lesson on how to make improper fractions into mixed numbers, so we should be pretty good at this point. Other words that are going to be multiplication are going to be in your word problems. I really want you to go through your word problems and make this list more complete. So whenever you see a multiplication problem where you're looking for the total, you have maybe a keyword per, and you know that you're going to be repeating something, repeat addition. When you see keywords, add to the list. All right, let's go ahead and put this on the front flap. So here is multiply or product. And both of these are going to be looking for a total. All right, let's go to the next part. Maya decided to buy a larger 1 1/5 pound package of baking flour rather than a 7/10 pound package. How much heavier is the larger package than the smaller one? So here we have a comparison. Heavier. I'm first just going to decide though, was I given a total or am I looking for a total? Are we looking for combining the 1 1/5 pound of baking flour with the 7/10? Or are we actually looking for the difference between the two? So are we given a total and we're now needing to take something away? And in this one, we're given the total. So you know that there's this one package that has a total of 1 1/5, and we're comparing it. So we're making a comparison. So like if somebody is taller or faster to the 7/10. Whenever you have a comparing word or an ER word, that is going to cue you in that you need to subtract. So I'm actually going to take 1 1/5 and subtract 7/10. I'm going to go ahead and use common denominators for this one. So let's use TX on the fraction to make it improper. We have 6/5 minus 7/10. Let's pick our common denominator, which is both 5 go into and 10 go into. And both of them go into 10. 5 goes into 10 2 times. So I multiply the top and bottom by 2. 10 goes into 10 1 time. You're technically multiplying the top and bottom by 1, but that's just kind of silly. But showing you anyways. And now we'll just subtract the numerators. So 12 minus 7, and we get 5/10. We can simplify that though, divide the top and bottom by 5 to get 1/2. So that package is 1/2 pound heavier than the other package. So let's label this. This would be subtraction or difference. All right, our last one. Anthony buys a bag of dog food. The bag contains 6.5 cups of food. If his dog eats 1 3/8 cup a day, how long will the bag last? This one's kind of tricky. We're first going to decide, were we given a total or are we looking for a total? So we have this bag of dog food. I'm even going to just draw a picture because I like pictures. Here's the doggy food. And the whole entire dog food is 16.5 pounds. But each day I'm going to take out a little scoop of dog food that is 1 3/8. And the picture kind of helps us see that we are given the total. You could even think about a day as being per day. So there's that word per again, per, a, for every. Whenever you have a rate, you know it is either multiply or divide. In this case, it's divide because you are splitting up a total evenly. So you're just taking that out every single day. So we're going to take that total, that's 16.5 total, divide it by how much is being used every day. Let's go ahead and do TX. So we have 16 times 16 is 32, plus one more is 33. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 3 more is 11. Keep, flip, flop, go straight across, and we get, we need to multiply 33 times 8. So be 24, carry the 2, 24 again, plus 2 more is 26. We have 264 over 22. And you guessed it, you need to simplify this. I'm gonna let you do that on your own. We're gonna conclude that part of the lesson. So this will get glued into your journal. And when you are done with your practice, rational word problems practice, please get that checked off by me or a purple pen, and you will go on to your quiz. You're gonna do awesome, you're amazing, nice job.